Sup, Devils? J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. Questions we're going over today are on the video. Got a devil saying hammer smash face is boring as piss. This guy's out of his goddamn mind. 1.1k views 2 weeks ago. Goddamn it. 115 total comments. See what we got all the way at the bottom. Third from the bottom. Here we go. Rocky's musical rarities. Anybody listen to that latest Theo Von podcast with Scott Stapp of Creed? Question marks. Creed? No. Nor do I have any interest in it whatsoever. Creed, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it that horrifically bad modern 90s fucking rock? Kind of like when I was telling you guys about the other day. Like, I'd rather listen to fucking Britney Spears and Lady Gaga over Stain, Tool, and it's funny that There Goes My Hero song. Someone put in the comments that that's a Foo Fighter song. Whoever, I get it mixed up. That's another one. Fucking name tells you everything you need to know. But anyways, I get all that dog shit fucking mixed up. Creed's right there. That's a primo example. If I remember correctly what songs they almost positive I do know what they sound like. A couple songs I remember just hearing for whatever reason. Oh, that's more. Oh, dude, I would literally rather listen to Britney Spears 1,000% over that fucking garbage. I think that is the most annoying music in the face of the planet. That's why, like, when everyone kind of assumes, or at least everyone I was ever around would have been family members or just older devils, the metal scene. If they have to listen to the radio or they do listen to the radio, why the fuck they would is beyond me. But if they do, you just automatically put on the classic rock station. No, I don't even think I would. I mean, because most of the stuff they're coming on there, yeah, they put all that Creed garbage on there. I was like, oh, dude, I'd literally rather slam my head into a goddamn car door. Cannot fucking stand it. Chris Howard, question marks. Have you heard the Florida death grind band Kill Division Peace Through Tyranny record? They have Kyle Simmons on vocals, Rios on guitars from Love and Creation. If so, what did you think? It's funny. Somebody asked in previous comments about it, and so I did YouTube it, and I did listen to it. I liked it very, very much so, actually. As a matter of fact, I didn't realize that's Redefining Darkness, Tommy over there, which we used to do his fulfillment. In-house fulfillment, but he moved to a different state and moved over to Jersey, I believe it is in, just like a month or two ago. So I would have saw all that stock coming through. But I actually just emailed him literally today and asked him for doing wholesale and shit like that. That way we Hells can get it in, because I like to get my own copy. Thought it was very good. It basically kind of like Hate Plow pulling We're Back, but they're trying to play more so World Downfall type Terrorizer shit. That's the best way I can describe it. Kyle's voice, Hate Plow and Love and Creation. He was on, The Will to Kill. Fantastic record. Sounds exactly the same too. It was all, So yeah, I liked it a lot actually. So highly recommended if you like grindcore in the vein of Terrorizer, and if you like Hate Plow at all, you should go over and check that out. There's a 95% chance you're gonna like it. Ricky Jones, hey J-Dog, it says more replies on that comment because it's from that blocked subscriber who was talking trash, so my comment is only directed toward them. I'm not sure what that's. I forget what we're talking about, to be honest with you. Harry Quinn, J-Dog, how was Savage Master? Question mark. Did they play with I Hate God? Is that a joke, or are you serious about that? I know you cannot stand them. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying that can't stand them. Creed style can't stand them, but I remember it's just like stoner doom rock, isn't it? That's what I remember. It's been well over 15 years since I listened to them, and I'm like, I just don't like that kind of music at all in general. I never did. Did you chat with Savage Master after the show, considering you put their albums out? The Savage Master, the show was good. I didn't chat with them. I have met them, Stacy and Adam. I definitely met. I can't remember if I met all the other guys. No, I didn't. I mean, because like, to be honest with you, it's like I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't even know what I would really say to them, to be honest with you, because to be completely honest, I don't think that we probably have much in common at all. Like, because, for example, if I chat with guys like, say, Mortuous or something, man, It's just you can tell it's younger guys that are into death metal. You know what I mean? I mean, Stacy. I mean, does she even listen to this member? I doubt it. I mean, she probably listens to mostly classic rock and heavy metal and shit like that. Which that's a totally understandable because that's the kind of music she's playing, right? Makes sense. It's not a Tom Warrior. I listen to heavy shit, and they doesn't listen to anything heavy. Like he's making claims like that. She's not claiming she does or doesn't. I don't know. I never asked, but I assume she listens to just stuff like Iron Maiden, Saxon, probably Merciful Fate, um, Black Sabbath, things like that. So we probably don't have a whole hell of a lot of common. Granted, I like those bands too, but that kind of music, I don't have as much passion for. I guess you could say I like it and I buy it. Like passion in the sense where it's like it's interesting to like I don't know bring up or commemorate as much. And the reason being is just because I almost just it's to me it's just like when you talk about food, it's like talking about pizza. What's the point? Who doesn't like pizza? Like why would you bring the question up? To me, if you don't like stuff like Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden and Merciful Fate, it's kind of like in my opinion, you don't like music, or either that, or you're really all you're into is rap. Basically, you're into rap and jazz, something completely outlandish. If you're into like any type of rock, metal, alternative things with a guitar, I automatically assume you would like that stuff. If you don't, to me, you're that fucking canoe we are talking about, which just listens to the radio, whatever's jammed down his throat. There's music on in the background of what he chose to break the silence with, which was the radio in this case, but he's not a music fan. He doesn't buy records. He doesn't collect music. I'm talking just a general music fan. If they're an actual music fan, they buy physical format and listen to it. Even if it's Marilyn Manson, even if it's the shitty ass fucking Creed, whatever, they're a legitimate, passionate music fan. In my mind, even them, I kind of expect them to like Iron Maiden if they heard it. I kind of expect them to like Merciful Fate, King Diamond, Venom, Saxon, ACDC, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. It's just kind of like it's just easy to get into music. I just assume that they would like it. So there's kind of like not much to I don't know, just not much to talk about. As opposed if you meet, especially now when you meet someone like if it's like I had never met them before, they like Dismember, legitimately like Dismember, own Hate Campaign on LP, which is hard to get. I'm kind of like, oh wow, this guy is way more like minded than someone that likes Iron Maiden. You're a little bit most likely. Now, what you get in with a lot of death metal crowd is you get a lot of fucking weirdos that I don't want to talk to either. I bumped into a few of those where it's just like, oh god, I don't want to talk to this fucking guy. You definitely do get that, but outside that, they're more likely to have something to kind of talk about. So, um, yeah, and business wise, everything's kind of set up. Whatever we would do business. So, I mean, I guess you could talk business if you want us to, but just never came up. I mean, usually because I'm not the one that's generally in contact with most of the bands that we deal with or try to deal with, anyways. It's usually Chase. I mean, I've set up some deals here and there, but so the business side, honestly, a lot of them, like if somebody was to ask me, like, "Hey, what deal does Hunter's Moon have?" I don't even know off the top of my head. I literally don't even know. I mean, I can find out. I can make an educated guess based off what I know we've done in the past for bands of that size caliber. And if I want to know, I'll just ask Chase, would we offer them? But he sets that part up. So it's like me talking about business wise, I'd be kind of out of the loop anyways. So, yeah, whatever. Chase set all that shit up or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever deal, we deal with whatever bands. You know what I mean? So generally speaking, for business bands, I don't talk to about. And but no, I got nothing to say. Personally, yeah. I mean, Stacy and Adam, they were nice. The others, I don't even think I've ever met. But if I bumped into them, I wouldn't be like, you don't know me. Head on out. No, I mean, I'd say hi. I just didn't have something to bump into him. But at that show though, I got it's cool. I got to meet Enrique from Sadistic Intent, the original Sadistic Intent singer. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? I think he was hanging out with like the Chris Dora and Dwayniak, but I don't know. Like he told me why he came out. I forget why. Maybe somebody was getting married up there that he knows, and he was staying with Dora Dwayniak. Because Dwayne was the one who told me, he's like, yeah, fucking Enrique's over there. I'm like, wait, Enrique who? It's like from Sadistic Intent. I'm like, Enrique, the original Sadistic Intent singer, is fucking here. He's like, yeah. I was like, why? And they told, and I forget. But so I went up and I kind of, to be honest with you, I hung out with him for an hour because again, that's somebody I'm like, whoa, because Sadistic Intent's A, one of my favorite bands. B, I assume he likes death metal shit, which he does. We're talking about it, and I got my photo with him too. So that's part of the reason why I didn't get to talk to the Savage Master. But I'm sure I will. I'll bump into. Do they even remember me? like face to face. I don't even know. Like I doubt they watch this stupid channel, and I doubt they like watch a stupid channel. Doubt they like Mortician, Dismember, Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation, Last Days of Humanity, Hemorrhage, etc. I highly doubt they like any of that stuff. So I don't think they're into bodybuilding either by looking at them. So probably don't have a lot in common. That's all. Life Eternal question marks. What bands you think change styles completely but for the better? That's a really good question. I think there is definitely somebody out there too that has. Um, I mean, a couple of bands. I'm not going to say change styles. I don't think they changed styles, but got better. Is for me, Satanic Warmaster. I thought they got better because the early albums I didn't care for at all. To be honest, I didn't start liking. First thing I liked, and I've said on this channel, was the Carillion Satanist Madness. I liked that album and everything up. I liked all of that, so it was still just raw, primitive black metal, but I didn't like it initially, so they didn't change styles, but they got better. Who's another band I said that got better? There's another one that I always say, I'm like, this band, one of the few bands that got better. But change styles for the better. Nobody I can think of off the top of my head that directly changed their styles. Maybe they're from like a black metal band to more of a thrash metal band, for example, and got better. Yeah, nobody come to mind, but I'm almost positive there is somebody. You bring up like a band like Entomb, they drastically changed. I thought all that after Clandestine, I thought all that shit sucked. To be honest with you, you can make the exception for Wolverine Blues. I can see that because I do like the one song for sure, Out of Hand. And maybe if I went back to listen to it, maybe some of the other songs, oh, this isn't as bad as I remember. It's at least kind of like a death and roll album. But some of those, uh, I didn't like at all. But again, even though it's been a long time since I listened to, but even if I went back and thought they weren't that bad, it would definitely be. There's no way it's as good as fucking Left Hand Path. I mean, you're out of your goddamn mind if you think that. In my opinion, Matthew Hall, uh, good video, J Dog. It's funny about that Slaughter. The same thing was true about a death metal band called Incubus. There's actually a few Incubuses, so which one are you talking about? Not to be confused with the radio-friendly crap band from the late 90s. So, J Dog, you ever listen to them? Think they only released one album. Pretty cool old school death metal band. So I'll school you here, Matthew. You thought you're schooling me, I'm going to school you. There's actually three Incubuses. There's the one that did the one that what everybody likes the most, the God Died on His Knees demo. That's good. I like that. And I have that demo on 7-inch. I never thought that was the best one. The next in line that people talk about, which I like second most, is this album they did, Serpent Temptation, and they did an album Beyond the Unknown. They changed their name to Oprah or I can never even fucking pronounce it or whatever, because I guess they went Christian or whatever the fucking case is. I don't even know what the whole deal is. But Relapse Records reissued all their stuff and probably about 5 years ago. Now, maybe not all their stuff. They did, and High Roller Records reissued two later albums. They did. I don't think the two other albums were even under the name Incubus ever. I think they're under the Oprah album, which I didn't even know existed until High Roller Records reissued those about 5 years ago. I put them on. Even those they were pretty decent. But Serpent Temptation is one of the best, one of my favorite thrash albums. It's kind of like more death thrash, in a style of like, Creator Pleasure to Kills type, like more violent, not death. I consider it like more like violent thrash. You know what I mean? Where it's not like Testament or something. You know what I mean? It's got just more, a sick, darker, sadistic sound to it. But Serpent Temptation, that's one of the greatest thrash records ever. That's of the Incubus. I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about, referring to. And then my favorite Incubus was from Australia. They did one demo. It's called Sinful Dreams, and then they changed their name to the band name called Spectral Birth, and that band did one demo as well. So the Sinful Dreams demo was '87, and then the Spectral Birth demo, they put it just a one demo out, and that was in '88. Almost positive the year's right. How I found out about that is AK Warslut. I don't think he's doing it anymore, but it was years ago. Years ago, is I think his label was called Black Ace Records. Am I getting that right, or am I mistaken it? But I think it was Black Ace Records. I think that was the name of it. He was putting he did a few releases. He did a 12-inch LP, side A, Incubus Sinful Dreams demo, side B, Spectral Birth demo. That is by far my favorite shit. Australian, again, violent thrash again. Nobody talks about that fucking shit. And that is definitely some of my favorite demos ever of all time. Not going to go as far as saying my all-time favorite, but in the top 10 of favorite demos, nobody brings up. And again, like I was telling you guys before, when I was talking about the demo discs and shit like that, that's another one that that's I just have an LP of, not a CD of. That's more the shit that I listen to fairly regularly. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's actually three really incandescents. Yeah, not the fucking the radio friendly one that I'm sure they're playing on the rock station. Man, you can put out some fucking rock. Go out in the shop and work on the bike and put on some rock and roll, man. Even though I don't even listen to music, that type of stuff. So I'm sure that's the one you're talking about. Which I don't even know if I've officially even fucking heard it. I'm sure I have, but couldn't tell you what they sound like. It's one of those things. Oh, I heard this, and I'm like, oh, that's another Incubus. It's not the fucking one I'm talking about. So, but the main one they're talking about is you know what, they might even talk. People might even refer to the one with the A Serpent Temptation album more, only because it got reissued in modern times. But prior to it being reissued, it was always the God Died on His Knees demo one. That was the one everybody said. And that's the one, again, I like it. It's good shit. That demo was what, 88, 89? Maybe that was 87 as well. Between 87 and 89. It's good, but it was my least favorite out of the three. I know there's a lot of guys that are going to say that's their favorite out of the three, and chill the fuck out. That's fine. I'm just saying, for me personally, that was the one I liked the least. But I own all three. Sewer Vomit. Question, J-Dog. Do you know which metal bands were credited for being the first of their kind to down-tune their guitars lower than standard? I don't. I'm assuming it's going to be like Left Hand Path, maybe Slaughter Strapato if they actually got fucking credit. You got 5 replies. What do they say? Satanic something, blah, blah. Tony Iommi had to because he smashed his finger up. Dinkins might be a band earlier, but Sabbath was too. Lower than B. Trouble was no. So no one's. I mean, people kind of mentioning bands that they think, but as far as officially announced, um, yeah, I don't know. Can't think of. And we'll make this the last goddamn question because it's the last one in this fucking thread. Ryan at 02, J-Dog question. Is it just me, or does no one give Dark and Nocturne Slaughter Cult any respect in the black metal scene? Do they sell well at HHR? I think they are a fucking killer. Cheers, brah. They sell fairly well for us at Hell's, yeah, especially the LPs. It was a band like, I know I listened to it once, but I don't know it. It's in the category I forgot more metal than you know. It's one of those, I know I listened to it, didn't really think anything of it. Probably when we got whenever their first album came through or whatever we got first. I just assumed it was the first, but maybe it was out earlier than that. And I'd know. What I heard first, I just remember being black metal. It didn't do much for me. Don't recall it sucking. Don't recall it being great. Don't recall it being anything special. Just I heard it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And just, put it back on the shelf, which I've done. Yeah, I do that almost every day. So there's something like that. So it kind of blurs in together with, again, forgot more metal than you know, right? It's that category because I listened, I don't know, 7 years ago or whatever, forgotten about it. Remember it being okay. I know I put it on, thought nothing of it. But it does, yeah, sell. Maybe I should go back and listen to it. Maybe they have a better album. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I could have been just like packing in the background. Maybe someone started talking to me and I wasn't didn't give it a full honest listen. So yeah, all that could be very, very possible. So who knows? Anyways, that's it for this one. Comments, questions, concerns, you'll do. Put in the comments box, get an answer, break in the morning. Later, God damn it.